Welcome, this is a video of Jumma developer. In this video, we are just going to quickly learn about what we have learned in our previous videos. A lot we have learned about, but we'll just review today with position, rotation, scale codes. For new visitors to this channel, you guys will just quickly watch about position, rotation and scale codes in this video. But if you guys want full explanation about its position, rotation and scale and want to do cool stuffs like moving, rotating and scaling objects in Godot by pressing keyboard keys, there are exactly tutorials for those in my channel. Their links are in the description, but just only for the codes you can watch this video. I have explained these things for complete beginners too. Let's watch how the codes are. We should discuss first position, then rotation, then scale on here, but except of it, I will explain about first rotation, then position, then scale, because I want to go from easy to hard stuff to teach you guys. And there is something called dot syntax in position and scale codes, but rotation does not have it in 2D. So don't worry, you will understand that dot syntax after watching this video if you don't know about dot syntax, but just keep watching, so I hope you will understand everything. I am first creating a scene and under it I'll put a picture, and on here, okay, I will actually in code do first explain rotation, then position, then scale, but in here I'll talk with position first, then rotation, then scale. You can see there are some weird things in this window on the right side. You don't need to understand all of them, but you should first search for node 2D, then search for this transform. By clicking on the transform, you will get two properties. They are position, rotation degrees and scale. On the position, if I set it to 0 and 0, it will move to the start point. Actually, this is the mid start point of the game, the position start point of every game you will make in Godot. As this is a quick overview, I will not explain advanced stuffs like moving the objects with the keyboard keys or rotating and scale also. I'll just show you the codes and explain what this position, rotation and scales are in 2D in Godot. First, let's look at the position X and position Y. What they do? The X is actually how much your game object will be from this corner to the right side. The more bigger number you will keep here, the more right side it will move on. Like if I put 15 on here and press enter, you can see it moved right side a little. The more you will increase it, the more right side it would go. And what about the Y? The Y is how much downside will be your game object from this corner. Such as if you put 15 on here, it will move a little bit down. The more bigger number you will give, any number you can give to test your game in here, and you will see the more bigger number you will give, the more downside it will move. The more lesser number you will give, the more upside it would be in. Can you guys hear that sound? That's very unexpected sound. I really hate these sounds. I mean distractions. Okay, whatever that is. Now if you also click and hold the left mouse button by clicking on here, hold clicking and drag it around. You can see the X and the Y values are also getting changed. The Godot engine is tracking a position to the for the object to the mouse. So the more right side you will take it, the more the X value will increase. The more left side you will take the game object, the more X value will get down. I mean it will move to 0, and the more downside you will take it, the more Y, the position of Y will increase. The more upside you will take it, the more the Y position will get decreased. So if you try to place it on middle, you will need to find a value for it. Let's try with 300 and 500 on here. I don't think it's directly in middle, but it looks like that this thing would be directly in middle. Whatever. Now I will show you how to set this position and rotation, these positions X and Y to by code without of changing these values on here. By code, changing these things with code, you will get more extra benefits. So that's why you need to know about position, how to change the position by code. Keep watching the video, I will show you the code after some seconds, I mean after a few minutes. And now how to rotate this object. Under node 2D transform rotation degrees, you will see something what called, I forgot what to call this thing in English, scroll bar or something like that, I forgot about it. It's actually rotation degrees, and you will need to understand a little about mathematics degrees to understand this. The more bigger number you will put here, the more the upside of the Godot of your object will move to the right side. And sorry, I can't explain here what rotation degrees. If you don't know about rotation degrees, you will need to study a lot. I think you are a kid if you don't know about rotation degrees. If you put here 180 degree, it will exactly downside. If you are familiar with mathematics, you will understand that why that is. If you put 316 degrees, it will be again came to this side. So I'm not explaining here. I think most of you guys know about rotation degrees, what rotation is, what a degree of in mathematics. It is exactly like that. How much the object will rotate on here, it's exactly like that. Oh, I forgot that you need to select the object. If you are not selected the object, if you haven't selected the object, so these properties will not be visible. If you only select those, so the properties will be visible of that object. If you have multiple objects and change one of those objects properties, the value should be changed only for that object and not the other object. Remember that. Such as if you have another object like this, not child of this is the icon to this object, and this is the icon this object. If you change its position, but by selecting this, it will not change position of this object, but it will change the position of icon too. So if you have multiple objects, you make sure the object you want to change the position of, you have selected it, or either you will change another object's position, not the object you wanted. So what about the scale? What about this? We are looking X and Y again. like the it's similar like the position, but in case of scale it's a matter of size. If you increase this x, it will expand to from left to right like 2. It will be like this. If you put 5, it will get more bigger from left to right. 1 is the normal number. Same for the y. The more bigger number you will put, the more bigger it will get from up to down, actually not from left to right in case of y. So we have looked at the position, rotation and scale. Now let's see how the codes are working, how the codes are going to work. Let's save the scene first. I forgot to save this scene. Put it up to for benefits. It's not Unity or GameMaker Studio. I can where this this is my previous scripts inside of this project. Sorry for these scripts. You will not get any scripts if you don't have any scripts. Sorry, you will not get anything. It will be empty if you don't have any scripts in your project. I had actually deleted this once. Okay, let's not talk about it. Let's talk about the scripts or about this game. Now let's talk about the rotation. How to change the rotation in 2D in Godot. It's a little different from 3D about rotating objects from 2D. Let's say you put here something like 5, so it will be a little rotated, and if you play this game it will be a little rotated like this, not like but what if you want to change it by code? To change it by code, you will need to write something called rotation degrees and equals something like you want, as if you want 5, so it will be 5. The rotation degree value will change to 5 when you run the game. Wait, what if you don't do by code anything? If you don't do anything by code, it will stay like it would be. But if you wait, I'm explaining it. If you put 0 here like this, so it will set it to 0 like this. But on this script editor, if you put here 5, it will be a little rotated. And like the rules of mathematics, you should know about this if you did mathematics about trigonometries or like those before. What will happen, you would know about this. It will exactly rotated to the right side. The upside will exactly rotated to the right side. So you would now understand what this rotation degrees does. But then also I am showing you different values and how they work. You can see like this. So that's how you will change rotation degrees. Okay, I should explain this fast. First you need to write rotation degrees exactly like me. If you do any mistakes in here writing this, it would not work. Make sure they are all small letters, and this should be without of an space, and the words are correct like me, and then equals, then the value you want. What this equals does, this equals sets the rotation this value to this value. The any value you will put, the equal will put this value to here, and this value will get this value. So it would not be complicated for you, I think, but things will get complicated when you will use dot syntax, such as like Now let's say if you want to change position by code. Changing position needs you to use dot syntax, such as if you put anything like this, such as let's think 15, it will show an error with this red line. Red line means there is something wrong. And what is the wrong thing on here? The wrong thing is the position has two values, but you are using position like it has only one value. So the two values are x and y, and we can set the position as like it has only one value. And to you need to change its value just by writing x or writing y, changing x and changing y, but not only by putting position here. So let's say if you want this x value to be changed on first you need to change the x then the y, or you can also change first the x then the y by code. But how to do that? You need to use a dot, then put an x like this. So it's not set it properly yet. You need to put equals, then set a value for this, and that's how you will do it. You will first need to initialize the position, then you will need to give a dot, and then dot will see for the values if the position has any values, and the position x okay, then it will, if you put here x, so it will find the x of it. If you put here y, so it will find the y of it and set its value to this value. Or same for the x. If you put here x, so this position of x value will be set to 15. Want to see it how it works? Let's run test it. So here it moved right a little side. As we have increased the value of x, I have just told you just a minute ago. What if you increase this x of position? So the more you will increase this value, the more it will move right side. So I am not explaining it twice, just so you putting another value like this. It moved more right side than before. Now if you want to set the y of position, you can do a right position, then make a dot, then write y, then equals this. I know you will understand this thing now. So now how to set the scale? Same for the scale. You can, scale also has two values, not one value. So if you only write scale, it can't set its value. You need to set its two values x and y at the same time, or not at the same time. It would sound like it's very complicated, but it's actually not. You'll just write scale to initialize scale, then give a dot, then the value x, or if you want the value y. So this should be enough. You can okay, I'll show you that later. First let's show you how it works. Its scale is now a little bigger, so it's looking a little blurry. And if you want to set y, so just write scale.y and it should work. Let's see. Yes, it works. There is no and I was sure, of course, it will work, but then also I tested it and show you guys if this works. So if you want to set everything, you can just write one line after another by a difference of para. So I am quickly showing you a code. This is to show you guys that you can set values of multiple things at the same time by code. This is not a big advantage. This can be also done without offset coding, but then also I am showing you how to do this by code, because if you want things, some complicated things like moving objects, so these things will make you work one day. Those things I discussed about those things before in my previous videos. If you are interested, you can watch those things. I'm just going this I just made this video for my old subscribers to give them a quick review, and for new visitors just showing them how to code these things up. And for the scale, let's say 2. For the scale y, let's say 3, and you will get very interesting results like this. Even though there you can see it is on the corner side of here, and its sides like this and rotated like this. By code you have changed its position from corner to middle, scaled it up with code, and rotated it from up to this side. You know what I want to mean. So that's where everything you need to know about position, rotation, scale. But for more advanced stuffs, you can watch my other videos. I have links on description about them. So that's all. As this video should be quick, I am not talking about other things. If you are a beginner or a complete beginner in game development, so subscribing to my game developer YouTube channel would be better for you, because by that you will get helpful beginner friendly videos every week. If this video is helpful, like it. If you want to help me to get more views, so share this video. It helps me a lot. So we'll meet at the next video. Until that, stay safe, stay healthy, happy game developing. So bye.